Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, welcome in. Welcome into the stream today, everybody. I hope you're all doing well today. Um, today we're gonna be changing guitar strings while I have a loud fan on in the background. Um, it's very normal. This is standard procedure. It's like, look, it was really hot today. I had to it was really hot today. It was 55 degrees out, really hot day today. Really had to have the fan on. So, like the other day I was playing guitar, and as you might be able to see here, I broke, you can't see this at all, highest string broke, as you can see by me like holding it on. So, today we're gonna be changing guitar strings. I've got a set of Ernie Ball 11s, I think I use, I don't know. And actually, let me get you guys a good view of this. So here we go. Oh, you can see the fan. There's the star of the stream back there. Just ignore the fan right there. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna loosen all the strings, and then we're gonna chop them all off. They all die. I hope you're all doing well today. This is better. This is actually better than the vacuum stream. Glad you like it, Mom. I'm glad I can provide some informational streams, here at the Duvid Twitch channel. So I've got this thing here. This thing, cuts the strings, and so now we get rid of them. Yeah. So how you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. I just want, as always, just as the standard is on the Duvid Twitch channel, I'm changing my guitar strings like I always do. And it's standard, yeah. So what I've got here is a Fender Telecaster. This is the guitar that I have. For this one, the strings actually go through the body. They come out of these holes in the back here. So I had to pull them out of the back there. And then the rest of them, you can't actually see the neck. I just minimized everything on my computer. How the hell did I do that? You made Pester today? Congratulations. I hope that went well. Laura. And here we have the headstock. So what I just need to do is I just need to get these out of the holes, and then all of these get thrown away. But yeah, chat. It was a really warm day today, so I just really had to have this fan on to help me cool down. I definitely wasn't shivering while I was walking around outside today, because I really should have been wearing jeans today, but I still decided to wear shorts today. Just kind of the Duva difference. Congratulations, Cheese Sad Duck on the 7 stream streak, Atera on the 5 stream streak, and Patchwork Dreams on the 20 stream streak. Now we've got all these, we got all these, like, string bits, and these just, you can't use them for anything. So I just like to wrap them up in a circle like this, so it kind of stays contained, and that just goes in the trash can. And now what we get to do, I missed one, haha, hiding. This is like the standard, guitar string Wednesday. This is a fan favorite event of the Duvid channel. Guitar string Wednesday, where we yeah. Duvid, I can't make hot chocolate. The milk expired. Well, don't worry, plushie. You can watch me, change my guitar strings. Now, I don't think I need to do any cleaning today. There's a bit of dust in the section between the pickup and the bridge, but everything's I think is good right now. So we're just going to, we're just going to go, and we're going to open these strings. Now, I haven't actually changed my strings in a while. I don't usually change the strings for my acoustic guitar. In fact, the strings I have on there, I think I've had on there for like half a year, maybe even a year at this point. But I change acoustic strings, electric strings more often. So here we have 46 gauge. This is the thickest string. This is the one that's on this end of the thing, and we're gonna start with this one. So what we gotta do is we, unwrap this from its coil, uncoil it, you could say, and we just stick it on through the hole. Now this is the crazy bit. I know you never expect it to go through the hole in the guitar, And so now, apologies as always for the fan. Very normal here, and we just put it through this hole. We'll move it back. We put it through this hole in the headstock. There's a lot of ways you can do this. Then you can there's a lot of ways you can decide to to do this. But the way I do it is I take this here, I have my thumb on it, and I pull the string back. Between 1 and 2, I either do 1, 2, or in this case, I'm doing in between. Then take this, bend it up, and then this is where this comes in handy. Because as well as being an incredible string cutter, this is also a string winder. So what we do is we take this and you turn it this way. And then you just hold it down here. And it keeps going. And it keeps going. And you gotta do this until it's tight. And then we'll come back to it later. So as you might be able to hear over the fan, you might have been able to hear that. This is now on the guitar. I know, crazy. What we're gonna do now is, now that this is on, we're just gonna cut off this bit. This is gone now, and now we get to move on to the next string. Yeah, this is awesome. Congratulations, Pirtle, on the 5-string streak as well. Yeah, guys, you know, it was just a really hot day today. Nice, really hot day, and so I had to have the fan on, and you know, it just happens, you know. I definitely didn't turn off my noise gate or boost my microphone. Definitely didn't happen. This is just standard normal stream audio. Have you tried becoming cold? Wow, that's crazy, Pirtle. That's a crazy idea. It was so nice to walk to class without a coat today. See, Vintage, I'll be honest, today is one of those days I wish I had a coat. What am I saying? No, it was really hot today. Yeah, it was really hot today. it was really hot today. Just burning up. I was dying. I stepped out of my car and it felt like I was on fire. I definitely didn't sit in my car for 15 minutes because I didn't want to get out. It definitely didn't happen. I definitely didn't happen. Yeah, you know, that's just the Duva difference, you know. Now that the second string is done, we're gonna take this and we're gonna snip it off again, just like the first one. Boom. And so this is just kind of the process repeat for the first 4 strings. It changes up very slightly for the last 2, with a Fender headstock like this, where all of them are on the same side. But yeah. When I being gaslight, I actually thought it was hot. You know, Pirtle, it's a very nice. I mean, it's like I stepped outside, 50 degrees, and I was like my clothes literally got set on fire. Actually, that's what happened to me. I was wearing jeans because I wanted to look awesome. I wanted to look better, and then I stepped outside and my jeans spontaneously caught fire because of how hot it is. It's something that happens here in Southern California they don't tell you about, and so they burned off. And they burned off, and you know I couldn't deal with it anymore. And then it was tragic. It was really sad. And that's why the fan's on. Lived in Southern California, can confirm. Poor young Duvin is not used to it being below 60. Dude, it was 50 degrees and I was in a t-shirt and sandals. Why? See, I know why I was in a t-shirt and shorts today. It's just because I'm stupid. I had a math test today. Definitely did not go well. But, you know, it's like the thing that's happened to me with the math tests I've done in college because I have not done well on them. I get to a point where there's like maybe like 2 or 3 problems out of like 10 or 12. It's like it's not a good amount. Like there's like 2 or 3 problems I just can't do. And so I kind of just like sit there perplexed for like 15 minutes and then I mark them as stuck, could not do, and I leave. And it, you know, sometimes it's kind of rough. Like sometimes when I feel good about a test, you know, it's awesome being like one of the first people to leave because I get to go. Being the second person to finish the test, knowing you have like a quarter of the test problems not done, is not a good feeling. But it gave me a time to get some food. Because I don't usually, I don't have a lot of time for lunch with my schedule this semester. So I got to have a longer break to go and actually get some homework done in, the library. But then also to get some good Mexican food that I haven't been able to get to a while because they take a while to make it. I'm sad the cold weather is leaving because I love jeans and sweaters, but hey, at least I can go jeans and t-shirts. I wish we had regularly cold enough weather for me to do jeans and sweaters because I really like the look. But just like for me, I just can't do it. Like I'm able to do jeans now. I've been working against it, and I can comfortably like wear jeans on regular days now, which is something I have not been able to do previously without being too uncomfortable. I've just kind of like willed myself into accepting it, which I probably need to do to a lot of things, to be fully honest. Um, but you know that's fine. But like the thing for me is, oh, this is funny. I left the butt of a string in the tailpiece here. I'll have to get that out. I'll deal with that next. But you know, it's like I apart from like cold evenings in like fall, winter, I can't do I can't really do sweaters, which is sad. I wanna I wanna scroll on TikTok, but Duvid is Duviding. See, you know, here's the thing, Pirtle. This is an amazing background. Chat, you all agree that this is like really calming, soothing background, right? This is really like relaxing, you know, lo-fi guitar string changing with fan to scroll TikTok to. Now, we've reached the last two strings. So, we have to do something a little different here. Grant, I have a lot more to wind here. Actually, your mic is so crunchy. Your stream volume is so low. No, I definitely. What do you mean my mic's so crunchy? I definitely didn't increase its volume to pick up the fan, because the fan was surprisingly quiet. What we've got here for these last two things is this thing here that you can see. This is called a string tree. This is just to, like, I think it makes the tuning more stable, but when we're tightening, we just got to put the string under the little hooks that it has, and then we can continue tightening the string. And then, we can chop this one. We got one more to do, but we're not done. You might shock you. Yeah, we only have one more string to do, but we're not quite done, because we still have to tune the guitar. And then also wear the strings in, so yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think the fan's loud enough. I think we can fix this. All right, so we've got the last string here, and we've got the last string here, and we're gonna put it. Oh yeah, I've got to get this thing out of here. We gotta get this one out of here. Is this bad? Is this bad? I can turn it down. You know, I think it can go back on the floor, you know. This is just what happens when you change strings, you know. So for no reason related to the fan, I'm going to lurk and turn off the sound of the tab. See you around, Vintage. We got a little bit of an issue here. As you might be able to see, also you can see my Spotify. Ooh, we're listening to Judy in the Sun by Footox. Crazy. We have a string in this hole here. The end of a string in this hole. And fun fact, there's not meant to be one in there right now. So I'm trying to fish this out right now. Using the end of this other string. Very professional, but we got it, and we're good. Duvid, what kind of guitars? This is a Fender Player, I think it's a Fender Player Plus Telecaster. Story is, when I was just started playing guitar, a few months in, I went to a guitar center, and I saw another guitar of this style on the wall, and immediately I was in love with the finish. It's like a blue burst, you know. It's very pretty, in my opinion, at least. I like the back a lot. It's fun. It's a very pretty guitar, in my opinion. And so I was like, oh well, I gotta get this. Of course, this is a Fender guitar, so it's like the entry level Fender guitar. But for context, for those of you who are not into guitars, Fender is like one of the you know, basically Fender has a, is it right to say subsidiary brand called Squier that basically produces their same models of guitar and different ones, but for a lot lower. Well, not well. They're actually pretty good from everything I know, but lower price, you know, very entry level. But the Fender Player Series, which is what this is like the Fender entry level. So as opposed to like the entry level Squier being like in like the low hundreds, this is like, I think this was like an $800 guitar. But of course, I couldn't afford that. I was in middle school, so I was like, gosh, I really want this guitar. So I saved up for like a whole year, and then of course by then it was gone from the Guitar Center. So I ordered this online, and crazily enough, I got it from this website, and it was on sale for $200 off, which was awesome. Which was like, oh my gosh, wait, this is great. I'm getting this on a lower price. This is awesome. But it arrived with a very big problem. You see this thing here. This is the nut of a guitar, the bone nut. I don't think they're not actually made of bone anymore, I think. But basically what this is, it has the slots cut into it that like the strings go into. And the one that came with this guitar was cut incorrectly. And so everything was shifted this direction, meaning anytime you tried to fret this highest string, it would slip off the board, which is not very good. And so I had to get that replaced, which was not that cheap. I'll be fully honest. I'm pretty sure with everything that had to be done to this guitar to like get it like good, I think it kind of like undid the cost of the sale. But this has been my my only electric guitar. My go-to electric guitar. It's my only one. For what? 4 or 5 years now. But yeah. I've had multiple times when I've been like, I'm not someone who like names their instruments because I genuinely can't think of names. At some point I would love to name my instruments because I have, you know, multiple that would be pretty good to have names. But I genuinely just can't like think of names. I'm not, the thing with me is that I'm not like, the way I describe it is I'm not an ideas person. I can't come up with ideas from scratch. I can only come up with I can only come up with stuff once there's like a base set. So of course I can't really come up with names and stuff from scratch. So I just don't try. But this is just my guitar. What we're gonna do now is we're going to tune this up. So I've got this. This is just a simple handheld, this simple clip-on tuner. I have a tuner on my pedal board, but I don't have the guitar plugged in right now. And so basically we're just gonna tune this to standard, meaning that the lowest string is E, and then you go E, A, D, G, B, E. Gosh, I was at, whoa, oh my, what? I was actually like almost spot on with all of these. Wow, it's usually, okay, no, this one's off. It's usually pretty far. Boo! Ah! Alright. So what we do is we're going to tune all of these to the note they're supposed to be in standard. Granted, I don't actually play in standard most of the time. That's fine. We're going to get these all to where they have to be. Then we're going to stretch them out. Basically, what happens is if you don't stretch these out, over time, they get like, as you're first playing them, they get like, they go out of tune very easy. So what we do is we just take it and I just go like this. Just kind of stretch it out. And then you're going to tune it again. I usually do this like maybe 2 or 3 times. You know, stretch it out like this, and then you tune it again, you stretch it out, you tune it again. And then it's usually like good to go. This is how I tune this is how I string my guitars. I just woke from a nap, so I'm gonna go eat dinner. Good luck with whatever doing. Well, Evil M, of course, we're have a good dinner. But you know, what we're doing is very clear. I'm changing guitar strings with a loud fan on in the background. I think it's pretty obvious, no? I think it's pretty obvious, right? Congratulations to the 25 stream streak, M. And see, as well, obviously you can't see this because you guys can't see the tuner. But by doing this, all of these have been tuned down at about a half step or so. And then, now that we've done this, we're gonna go. Now that these are all in tune again, we're gonna do it again. So, you know, like last time, stretch the string out like this. God, not that hard, I'll be honest. Stretch it out, and then you know, just tune it again. And then at that point, I usually just go, and I just wear it in with playing. So as you might be able to hear, if you can hear it over the sound of the very loud fan in the background, it's out of tune again. About a half step, which I guess makes sense. It makes sense. Like, obviously, if you do, like, crazy bends, anyway, guitars usually get out of tune. But yeah, no, this is guitars, you know? We did it! So that's, that's guitar tuning with Duvid. Yep, we did it! I'm gonna go put this back. And so, thank you all for tuning into stream. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you all tomorrow for our regularly scheduled Skyblock Kingdoms. Till then, we're gonna raid into Musithical. So thank you all for tuning in. Musi is currently playing Hollow Knight Silksong, which is very fun. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Here's some fan to send us off. I'll see you all next time. So yeah.